Okay, I believe we are back online, and hopefully we're not going to have any issues right now. So I got a message from an error message from my PC as soon as I ended the stream, saying the graphic card was having some trouble encoding. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm behind in drivers. I hope that's not the case, and we can just stream this set as well without any issues, but we'll see. So I'll introduce the players again because I did it at the start of the stream, but now I'm going to upload the two sets as two separate YouTube videos. So I'm going to do a quick introduction of the players for those watching later on YouTube. This set is going to be Superhero55 against Pl0tterGhost. Now, Superhero, player from Pakistan, around 1500, has played in previous seasons of the league, and the same goes for Pl0tterGhost. He is 1500 as well, and has played in previous seasons too. I think he maybe played a little bit. I think he played a couple more seasons than Superhero. But yeah, experience-wise and elo-wise, this should be quite balanced. So, without further ado, let's take a look at the drafts. We have Shimmerpool as our map for game 1. So this was played on round 3. And then the map for game 2 is going to be Gugong. As for civs, as always, we have the 5 random bans done by the bot. So we have Gurjaras, Bohemians, Burgundians, Bulgarians, and Saracens. And then Pl0tterGhost went on to ban Armenians and Lithuanians, got his Koreans sniped, and was left with Persians, Berbers, and Georgians. Superhero, on the other hand, he banned Teutons and Mongols, and then he was left with Italians, Bengalis, and Portuguese after his Spanish pick was sniped. Now, there is only one thing I'm going to mention about this draft, and that is that we have Gugong as our second map, and Superhero sniped Teutons. Sorry, he banned Teutons. So, are we going to see a monk play from Superhero? I mean, we have Bengalis and Portuguese. Both civs can do that, so yeah, I hope we do. Now, let me change the scene and we can jump into the game. Why are you not showing capture age? Okay, there we go. And here we are. Game 1 on Shimmerpool. And there seems to be no lag. Okay, fine. Good. Now I'm happy. Okay, so we have Georgians for Pl0tterGhost and Bengalis for Superhero. So we're going to be seeing Bengalis for the second time today. And we have an interesting generation of this map. Ooh, one sec. I have to ban a bot from the chat. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have a generation with a slab of ice in the middle. And both players should know about this because they see the stone. Sorry, not the stone. The stone. The snow around their TC. So, as you can see, there isn't much fish here in the middle, just 1800. So it is not as worth as other generations to go for the middle and build a dock, the way we've seen this play out in other generations. We have seen someone go for a dock. Wait, I heard a villager die. Oh, Pl0tterGhost lost a villager to the boar. That's sad. I was saying we did see, I think it was 2K players too who did this. We did see people go for a dock towards the middle just to get that shore fish with the fishing ships. They also built fires to fight for that, so it can be worth it, right? But this area is walkable by land units, so it's not that hard to get to your opponent's base, right? You do not have to go all the way around as you would with a standard water. And ships cannot sail to this darker ice that you see here. This and this they can sail on, but not this. And Pl0tterGhost, yeah, he's completely ignoring the water. Already has a barracks up. This might be... Oh, this might be militia pressure. Is this a pre-milled rush? I think it is. Which is something we do not see that often nowadays. I mean, we see it in the form of a French rush, as people like to call that nowadays, but... Yeah, I mean, a pre-milled rush has been around for a long time. We just see different adaptations to the build done by different pros. Superhero is just going to do a standard build, I guess. Yeah, he's probably going to go up with 19 pop total. Oh, it's actually going to be 20. And we'll most likely just go and play scouts, or well, you could go both for scouts or archers with Bengalis. Either choice is fine. Okay, yeah, we do have a militia. And sorry if I keep getting distracted, but I can smell fried eggplant, so or aubergine if you prefer. Yeah, actually aubergine is better. So yeah, that's that distracting me. Okay, we have Loom for Superhero, who should be able to go up any moment now. He just needs to drop the food or maybe cancel the veil. Okay, no, he's going for 21 pop instead. Now, militia are coming forward. It's 3 militia and a single scout. Okay, Pl0tterGhost is going to be a little bit late to feudal because of this build. But he should be fine, right? He's not going to be able to deny this barracks, but now... Oh, sorry, got the wrong one. Yeah, Superhero saw the militia. And he's walling up his wood line. And he's going to be fine. Pl0tterGhost is going to find no damage. I'm not sure why he okay, yeah. So Pl0tterGhost will find no damage. And he's going to be late to the feudal age. So this militia are not becoming men-at-arms anytime soon. And yeah, and Superhero, he just goes ahead with the builds and kills the militia. One down. If he kills another, then this rush is basically dead. Because there's no way to militia... Ooh, even kills... Ooh, might lose the veil to the scout. No! Okay. Ooh, that was... Yeah, that was good defense from Superhero. Who is... Okay, he was already going to farms. Yeah. He's got a lot of wood. Now, his stable is going to be delayed. But that's fine. And I say stable because I see no villagers on gold. So I'm guessing this is not an archer play. I mean, we still see no villagers from Pl0tterGhost as well on gold, so... He's not going archers either. When Superhero is going out, probably wants these... Ibexes? Maybe? Yeah. Okay, that's the stable. Georgians, they do have a nice scout rush because of the regenerating cavalry. And their Sikiko. Ooh, and Superhero went out to get the hunt and the berries. By the way, sorry about not having small trees, but... So, this was played on a previous patch, so I had to get my game back to the previous patch, downgrade it, and my initial thought was well, okay, I'm going to downgrade my game and then I'll just cast using that, but turns out my game was crashing a lot with the previous patch, and so what I did was I created just a capture age file instead of using the standard what's it called, record game file from the main game, and I think my mods just didn't carry over. So sorry about that. This and the next game, and well, the previous set as well, are going to be with no small trees and no mods whatsoever, which is nice aesthetically, but it's going to make it hard to see some things like this. Luckily, we can just select stuff and we'll see the health bars. But spotting holes and whatnot is going to be a little bit difficult. Okay, Superhero now sees this gold, I believe. Ooh. It really depends on whether he was paying attention or not. Because lumber camps and mining camps, they show up in the fog of war. Mule carts don't. Oh, we have a skirmisher here. Nice. Yeah. Nice defense from Superhero. I believe there might be a hole between those two trees. Yeah, there is. So, okay, yeah, Superhero is not going to see the mule cart, but he will see the chopped trees. Now, the advantage for Pl0tterGhost is that the trees do not show up on the minimap, right? So you do not have any weird dots. Whereas if that was a lumber camp, it would show up on the minimap. So it's going to be even harder for Superhero to spot that. I mean, he would have to intentionally go there and check that out. Superhero, though, almost up to castle, eco-wise. And he didn't make a single... Ooh, he didn't make a single military building in Feudal Age. So he just played Spearman defense. Now, the thing about Bengalis is that you can sometimes do a fast castle into Rata play, even on open maps. The thing is, on this map you have stone in the corners, and Superhero, yeah, he does not see that. I don't know whether he knows about it, but he definitely does not see that. So unless we see him sending like 10 bills to gold to buy that stone, I don't think this is going to be a Ratha play. Which makes me think, are we going to see monks and siege on this map? Or maybe just straight up boom? Okay, no, we do have a stable. I would be... Okay, stable gets denied. I was about to say, I would be surprised if he went into elephants, right? Because you do not get knights as Bengalis. And for the time being, I mean, Pl0tterGhost is up as well. He's not going to be that far behind. He's still going to be behind, but his opponent has no army on the field, so that's not an issue. Okay, there's going to be monks from the Bengali player. No siege workshop, so it's not going to be a siege monk push. Yeah, and neither player is going for the stone yet. $30C from Superhero, okay. He is through, but there's no villagers left on this wood line. Because Superhero has already moved to this side, and now we have monks on the field. And these are Bengali monks, so... Pl0tterGhost is going knights, being Georgians. He still has some archers on the field, but... Yeah, it's 4+1 attack against 3 armor, so it's 2 damage. These monks can tank some hits. We have eco upgrades coming in from Superhero. And yeah, Superhero I think is just going to boom behind this. And honestly, I don't hate that. Right, you're against Georgians. So you're against a civ which is mostly known for knights. Or cavalry in general. They're not really known for their siege, despite the fact that they do have decent siege, right? They like bomber cannon, but get everything else with siege engineers. But they're not really a civ you expect to be going for siege in Castle Age, for example. And I'm dropping frames and I'm not sure why. Do I have some issues with my connection? Doesn't seem that way. Oh well. This has not been a good day for streaming apparently. Anyway. Nice eco for Superhero. Pl0tterGhost behind this. He does have a nice setup as well. He's now... Ooh, yeah. I like how he's using the church bonuses. Or rather, the church bonus. Just putting churches all around his base to get that 10% faster working villagers in a 10-tile radius. And I saw Devotion come in. So the Bengali monks, yes, they're tankier, but it's not like they convert faster. So Devotion is still a nice deck to get. That said, we have Sanctity. So the knights, they have to be careful because it is true they're not going to get converted as fast as the usual because of Devotion. But at the same time, they're not going to be able to kill the monks that fast now. So, and there's spikes as well in the mix. So how's Superhero reaction and Micro? Okay, he's not going to use the monks. That's fine. Ooh, Pl0tterGhost now going for the stone in the corner. Superhero still ignoring that. Ooh, also Pl0tterGhost going for the relics. Okay. So Pl0tterGhost did his homework. his homework. He knows about the relics in the middle. Oh, sorry. He knew about the relic in the middle because he's already got it, right? Or not? Okay, I missed that. But yeah, he knows about the relics in the corners. So he's going to take that. And he's going to keep raiding and raiding with the knights. Hello, Vandach. Welcome to the stream. I think you got here on a bad day because I had some hardware issue earlier, and now I've had some connection issues. So hopefully we do not get anything else, and everything goes smooth. But yeah, welcome. Okay, we have Imperial from Pl0tterGhost, 82 bills compared to the 83 from Superhero. And Superhero, he's playing super passive. And I'm not too sure why. I mean, he's got some pikes in defense. Okay, he's going Imperial as well. And he's going to get 6 extra villagers from the TCs. I wouldn't mind seeing him drop like another couple of TCs just to get those extra villagers. He's lacking the stone, but he's got the wood. And the question is, what is he going to do once he gets to Imperial? And the answer might be Halberdiers, which could be fine against the Georgians, but as I mentioned, they do have good siege. So, ooh, and we have a castle. Okay, that's a bold castle. And Superhero... I mean, the villager just moved to let his opponent build that. Okay. Ooh, and look at that. Pl0tterGhost got the relics. So the countdown starts, and there is an aggressive castle. This is going to deny so much of Superhero's economy. Also, not to mention that this wood line was close to his TC, so it was kind of safe. This one is not. So now Pl0tterGhost could just, you know, raid this area and basically kick his opponent off wood completely. Okay, Superhero, he is able to switch into Halberdiers, getting the attack. Hopefully it's not going to get denied by the castle. To which, by the way, Superhero has no answer for the time being. He doesn't have a castle of his own, so tribes are not going to be out anytime soon. He doesn't have a siege workshop. Okay, he's getting the siege workshop down now. So elephant rams are going to be an option. Now the thing is, yes, the elephant rams are generally better than the rams, but honestly, if you're going this heavy on infantry, I'd rather have the standard rams, because these guys, they cost food, right? And they cannot be garrisoned by infantry, so they're somewhat going to hinder your infantry production itself, which is not ideal. Okay, Superhero coming here to build some siege workshops on the side. This castle will not get denied. The tribes are just going to do their job and take down this TC. And now, so Superhero, he is expanding behind this. So his eco is not the best, but he did get the halberdier upgrade. He did get all of the armors he's got access to. So technically speaking, he could still come back from this, right? His opponent is going full cav. You've got the elephants, you got the halberdiers, you got a decent amount of villagers. You can still push this. The problem is you have to do that quickly because of the relics. Also, I saw chemistry come in. Georgians, they do get hand cannons. Yeah, they do. So that's definitely going to be an option for Superhero. Yeah, sorry, for Pl0tterGhost. Yeah, the castle stays up. And I saw devotion coming. Oh, so the Bengali. What the hell? No, sorry. Oh, I just noticed we were... Oh, my connection dropped. Okay, so we're no longer live. Okay. Okay, fine. Sorry about that. Oh, wait. The relic was ejected? What? Oh, no, it was not. Okay, so Pl0tterGhost, he had the relics in 2 different monasteries. And Superhero, he sent a couple of elephants forward and managed to destroy a single one. Okay, so he resets the timer. He resets the timer on the countdown. But yeah, he's too far behind. He's taking too much damage. He had... I mean, yeah, he took that down, but he had to focus some resources to do that, which gave his opponent more time and more... how do I say it? How do I say it? More chances to expand. So yeah, in the end, Pl0tterGhost takes and ends up taking the first game. Okay, let's look at statistics and then we can jump into the next one. And again, we're back live. Sorry about the issues with the stream. I don't know what's going on today. Yeah, this is what I think was Superhero's issue in this game, right? He played too passively, with no army, basically. I think the Bengali pick was because he expected to get the generation with water. So he wanted to play water. And then he didn't get that, and he had no proper plan to execute on that kind of generation. Maybe that's the impression I got. Maybe I'm wrong. He just wanted to boom anyway. But yeah, okay. So that was our first game. Let me load the second one, which is going to be on Gugong. And we have... Okay, we have Persians from Pl0tterGhost and Italians from Superhero. Okay, I was not expecting these 2 civs. I was expecting the Portuguese from Superhero. He had those available. Actually, I was expecting Bengalis, but he used them in game 1, so that's not an option. And Pl0tterGhost, on the other hand, he is going with the Persians. And I'm not sure why. Let me check. What did he have available again? I mean, he had Berbers and Georgians, so I guess this might be his better choice, considering he used Georgians in game 1. And Persians, I mean, on paper, you're a Cav Civ and you're against Italians, you should have a bad time. But Savars are insane, and I think they can still take quite nice fights against the Genoese crossbowmen because of how much pierce armor and bonus damage against archers they have. So this should be good. That said, Italians are, generally speaking, more geared towards an arenas playstyle. Right, they have the cheaper uptimes, so they can pull off a fast imp. They have cheap university techs, so that chemistry, once they get to Imperial, is going to be easier for them to get. And actually the Bromba cannons as well, they're cheaper. They do have a nice monk tech tree. They're only missing heresy, but they do not have paladin or elephants, so they don't really care too much about that. I mean, it would be nice for the bomber cannons, but then again, they're cheaper, so losing a bomber cannon for Italians is not as bad as losing that with another civ. So neither player going for the hunt. Pl0tterGhost just scouting that now. Superhero should be able to see it any moment now. And we've seen some players just go out and take a boar or a couple of boars with the villagers. Ooh, scout fight. I think Superhero wins this. Okay, what do I know? Okay, second boar for Pl0tterGhost. Okay, so Superhero lost the scout, but he pushed all of his tier. He hasn't scouted his opponent's base, but it's Gugang. You know, it's on the opposite side from you. So that's still fine. He's now going on stone. Already? I would ask if he's trashing, but that's not enough food to pull off a fast feudal, so I doubt it. Okay, yeah, he's going on farm, so this is not a trash. So I think we're going to see that build where you do not go to gold, right? So you go up to feudal and you sell 100 stone to get up to castle age. You do need to get to long distance 10 gold for that. But yeah, he could be doing that. Second lumber camp, that's nice. We have feudal from Pl0tterGhost. He is Persian, so he's going to get there faster. And he is just scouting around. And yeah, not making use of the hunt whatsoever. So both players will ignore that. For the time being. Maybe we'll see someone go out here with a TC. But not for the time being. Superhero up himself. He's going for 26. Okay, I think this is going to be a castle drop. Oh, okay. Okay, it's not the build where you sell the stone. It's just a standard castle drop. Okay. And honestly, Pl0tterGhost has his stone forward, so a castle drop here can be very, very annoying. There's a barracks though, so I think this is going to be... That's a late barracks though. I thought this would be... Oh yes, please Pl0tterGhost, do it. Please do it, make it happen. Please trade with the neutral markets. Wait, why is it a barracks, blacksmith and market? I was expecting barracks and market and stable to make scouts and fight for the relics. He's going for a barracks instead. So he might be opening... Is he going to make spears? Okay, now I'm curious. Yeah, superhero, market and blacksmith. Kind of in a bad spot. I would rather see them here. They're kind of off in the way for future, future TCs. I will... A nice TC on the stone... No, sorry, on the gold and the wood line would have been nice. But, yeah. Oh, and he's getting double bidax and loom. I mean, he's got enough resources to go up. Because he's Italian. So, yeah, that makes sense to get those. Loom. He's going to send builds forward, so... Yeah, he's going to need that. And we have castle from Pl0tterGhost as well. Okay, superhero dropping outposts just to get vision. It makes sense, he lost his scout quite early on, so... Now, Pl0tterGhost will see that build coming forward. And he's sending villagers outside. Okay, yeah, he's going for that food. So he's going to drop a TC here. But there should be... Yeah, there's villagers on the move for superhero. And Pl0tterGhost does not know about that. I mean, he should be expecting it. He saw a forward build. But the castle is not going to be fitting there, right? So the castle will go up here, I think. Which is not ideal to get in. Okay, Pl0tterGhost just standing there with the bills. Sorry, with the spear to prevent the castle foundation to go up. Yeah, ooh, that's nice. Veil coming forward with the house. And the castle goes up here. That's... I think that's fine if you're Pl0tterGhost. Right, you just stonewall like this and you're okay. The only thing you will have to worry about at this point is whether your opponent is going to go fast imp behind this or not. Well, not fast imp, just up to imp. Because again, with Italians, that's very doable. That spearman is now going to take down that single vill. Genoese, I'm not a fan of Genoese in this situation. They're good against Cav, they're not good for pushing. Right, they're not a unique unit you want to make from your castle when you're doing this kind of pushes. Just go monks and siege instead and you're fine. Also, I don't think Superhero knows. Yeah, he doesn't know about this TC. And as I said, just wall like that and you're fine. I mean, a couple of petards will get you through here. But then you're not going to do damage with the Genoese because a single mangonel takes care of those. Okay, Pl0tterGhost is going to go into skirmishers. Not really needed. Oh, yes. Yes. That's what I want to see. Nice play from Pl0tterGhost. Double range, even. Okay. Tower here on the wood line. Pl0tterGhost notices that too late. And now this wood will get denied. This wood is not completely denied, but it's going to be difficult to take. Botkin's still missing, so honestly, once Botkin comes in, I think the only wood available to Pl0tterGhost is going to be the first row. And behind this, I mean, Superhero behind this has a nice eco. That said, Pl0tterGhost, he's getting a lot of free food. Thanks to that hunt. But now, Superhero, he has map control, so he's going to take the relics. Here, he already got 2. He doesn't know about the others, though. I mean, if he looked at the map, he will know there's relics in the corners as well. But he's not going for them for the time being. Oh, he barely missed that one. Yeah, okay, the Genoese just died to the tower. This one is going to go down, but at least he was annoying. I would have liked him to repair that, and we have Imperial. 40 vills, Imperial. Just 1 minute of idle TC time compared to the 3 minutes from Pl0tterGhost. Okay. When we have petards. Why? Yeah, Pl0tterGhost saw the petard, so he's just going to wall that up. 2 petards, but at this point they're not really needed. Unless, I mean, if I saw a couple of barracks here, I would think, okay, Superhero wants to go fast imp into condos, so yeah, you break down the wall with a couple of petards and you run in with the condos, okay. But that's not the case, right? We have a siege workshop, we already have the university, so we're going to see chemistry as soon as we get to Imperial. And Superhero now knows about this location. And that's 24 vills. It's basically 1/3 of Pl0tterGhost's economy. But I think Superhero is more interested into pushing this area. And Pl0tterGhost not that far away from Imperial. Now, I hope he doesn't click imp into this TC and does it in this one instead. Because this one is going to go down. And Pl0tterGhost, yeah, he was missing the second building for Imperial. He's going to drop another TC here, where he was taking with the wood. And he's been trading with this market. And I think this might have given him more gold, right? Yeah. Yeah, because these two are within the same screen, right? These two are not. At least when I zoom like that, like this. Like they can barely fit. So yeah, this might have been slightly better. Anyway, where do we have Imperial? In this one. Okay, 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 that's safe. So, Superhero's play here is going to be Siege and Genoese? Apparently? Okay. I mean, it works, right? I know I said that Savars can still deal well with the Genoese. The issue is getting to Savars. And it's true, so Pl0tterGhost has a lot of eco compared to his opponent. I mean, he's 25 ahead. But that eco is not being efficient. Whereas Superhero's eco, untouched, at home, just relaxing, working away. Pl0tterGhost, he's being harassed in different spots of the map. He's going to lose areas of his main base. I mean, most of his main base is going to be lost. Ooh. Wait, I want to see that again. Ooh, that was nice. A single bomber cannon shot taking those down. Second castle here from Superhero. Maybe a little bit too bold. There's knights out now, but yeah, there's Genoese on the field. This area was lost by Superhero. And now those units could just... I mean, they're going to move to this area. But they could also converge on this side and break in through here or here. That castle is not going to get denied, I think. Apparently there was a little bit of lag. Should not get denied. I think. Yeah, the knights are now attacking the castle. Okay, no, it's not getting denied. Yeah, and Pl0tterGhost knows that and calls the GG. Okay. Okay, so another set which ends with a tie, 1-1. Nicely played. Superhero had a nice approach, right? He just went for castle drop into faster imp and push with the traps and monks and whatnot. He played that in a pretty standard way, I would say. Pl0tterGhost, I don't know what he could have done differently. Maybe... So I don't think the archer ranges were the correct answer. You don't really need skirmishers against the Genoese crossbowmen. You can just go siege, right? Maybe open with scouts, right? To fight for the relics and to have map control. I mean, if you open scouts, there's a good chance this castle doesn't go up in your face, and Superhero has to build it at home. and that takes a lot of pressure off your back and gives you a lot more time to develop your eco and eventually go up to imp yourself and fight this back. So yeah, maybe that would have been the correct play. Second TC here I like, right? It is not slowing you down too much because of the amount of food it's giving you. I mean, it was 4 boars, right? That's enough food to go up to Imperial, so that's okay. Not counting the tiers as well. I don't know how many there are. I think there are about 10. So yeah, that's basically another Imperial Age paid food-wise. So yeah, maybe that, maybe more army presence. Maybe stay longer in Castle Age even, right? You make a Siege Workshop, you make some rams and you try to take down the castle, make this messy. Your eco is going to be better anyway because of the faster working TCs and the access to food you have. I don't know. It's always hard to play against this kind of stuff. There's a reason why that's the one of the metas on Arena. Anyway, I think that's going to be all for today for our stream. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you to anyone who joined. I'm sorry we had some technical issues with internet and likes and whatnot. And I will be seeing you next time. Have a good one. Bye bye.